Okay, okay, I'm back. I think I was thrown out on the other platform. I was thrown out on the other platform. So welcome, 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 welcome to this wonderful event. We go into what we have for us today, for my community today. We dive right in. So I welcome you once, welcome you twice, welcome you a million times. I just wish somebody on the other platform can just confirm that they can hear me and they can see me. So today we shall be talking about the 10 tips. 10 tips. Well, I need to fix something here. This battery is low. Just thank you for bearing with me. Yep. Yep. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Please, you can go ahead and share with your friends. At item. Yeah, as you join, please go ahead and share this broadcast with your friends. Go ahead and help share. I'm also trying to do the same. Share, share, share. Let's share with friends and loved ones. I'm not going to take our time today. Just give me some time to share this. You can also help share. Okay, I should be able to see what is happening here. I am sharing. You can also help share. Share, 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 share. You know, learning, they say, is from cradle to grave. And I am never intimidated to learn. Never intimidated to learn. Just bear with me a little longer. Okay, now let me go right into what I have to share with us today. So, like I told us that this is like a learning platform for me, and I'm a learning platform because I'm streaming on three different platforms. So I know it will get better. It will get better. It will definitely get better. So, like I was saying, 10 tips, 10 tips that you need for you to stay unruffled, for you to stay unshaken through this seasonal change. We're getting into the winter season now. It's like fall is just around the corner. Fall is here, so we're getting into the cold seasons, and so it is just normal for us to make a plan, to plan for what is happening ahead. If we don't plan ahead, then we're going to have so much trouble when we get into the real cold. And so before I dive in, let me introduce myself once again. I am Omolola Adeyemo. People call me Coach Lola, and I am the founder of Wise and Well Consulting. At Wise and Well Consulting, we help plus size women to love their bodies, pursue health and happiness without any form of guilt. That is why this is very important. The call is trying to come in. So that's why it is very important. It's a passion for me to help plus size women to navigate every hurdle that we go through or that we get into. And this is another hurdle that we're getting into, we're getting into the change of season. During this time, it is always very important for us to note, when you know the now, you know where you are, then it will be very easy for you to get to where you are going. If you don't know where you are, you won't be able to get to where you are going. So you must know your seasons. You must know your seasons, your body, and you know your environment. All these things are very, very, very important. So we're going to get into some tips that you need to have on your fingertips for you to be able to navigate this season seamlessly. So the first one, I call it the wardrobe transition. Wardrobe transition. It is normal for you to take off all the old clothes and restock, or probably there's a place you have a storage where you keep your cold outfits. You can bring it out. That is why it is very important for you to invest in quality clothes, invest in quality outfits, so that you won't have to start changing your outfit from time to time. You can use a particular outfit for years before you think of changing those outfits. So it is very important for you to get your warm clothes ready. When we say warm clothes, layering. So people layer at this time. When we get into the cold, we start to layer. Here in Indianapolis, we're getting into the cold, real cold. I checked the temperature, and tomorrow everything is coming down. It's coming down to as low as 40. And so we are really preparing. We're really preparing. We were just gisting today at home, and my husband was saying that this is the season that my wife likes. He's talking the opposite. He's saying the opposite because I really don't like the cold. So I always make sure I prepare for the cold. During the cold season, many people don't like to go out. Not because they don't like activities, it's just because it's too cold to stay out there. So when you are properly dressed up, then you will be sure of Okay, if I go out, I don't have any issue. I am properly decked up. I'm properly dressed up. So layering, they call it layering. Layering is not a problem. It's not a problem. Make sure you layer. Make sure you get all those clothes that will help you feel warm. You can put on your there's this this I can't remember what it is called now, that you need to wear under for you to feel warm. So when you wear this underneath to for you to feel warm, then you can now put all your other things on it. Then, if you are have to step out of your house, if you have to step out of your home, make sure you are properly dressed up. Wear enough sweaters, wear enough coats to keep you away from the cold. Many people don't know that when you stay too long in the cold, it can actually cause some shock. It can make you to get into shock if you stay too long in the cold. So please make sure you layer very well. So wardrobe change. This is the time you go. If you don't have some nice outfits, then step out there. Then when you go out there, don't just buy clothes, buy style. Buy style. It's not all about I want to feel warm. You also have to look good. So when you go out there and you buy your clothes, don't just buy to feel warm, buy to look good. Look for good fitting sweatshirts. Look for good fitting outfits. And don't always forget that shoes are always important too. You have your clothes, thermal wears. I was going to remember the thermal wear. I meant the thermal wear the other time. That's it looks very frail, very fragile, but it actually keeps you warm. So that's what you wear under your thermal wear. So after putting on your thermal wear, then make sure you get all the layers you need to get to. I'm going to shock you. I always wear as much as 4 layers before I leave the house. After the 4 layers, I'll still put on my winter coat. So if you need to do that, please go ahead and do it. And when you do it, do style. Don't just buy winter coats that will not be fitting. Look for quality and look for style. Comfort, quality, and style is very important when we talk about our wardrobe change or your wardrobe. Yeah, what you transition, your wardrobe also changes even as the seasons change. So the next thing I want us to look at is your activities, your fitness. It is very important for you to make sure that the cold season does not keep you away from exercising. During the cold season, that is when the immune system of people actually drop. So that is why it is important for you to note that this is a cold season. I am not going to let the cold season stop me from exercising. You have to move your exercise indoors. You have to look for alternatives, fun alternatives that you can do that will help you to still keep your body moving. Dance, you can do dance, you can do indoor yoga, you can do, if you have some gym equipment in your house, maybe you have your treadmill, or you can even do you're walking on the spot. I have this video from Leslie. I can maybe I'll drop our video. I mean the link to our video, details to our video after this live, so that you can do. I always do that in the house. I get into my bathroom, well, before shower, I do my 30 minutes walk. And on that spot, just in my little bathroom, I cover like 5 miles. I may want to do 2 miles, 3 miles, 5 miles, depending on how much time I have, or depending on where I'm going, or depending on the the way I feel. At times there is so much energy and I want to go longer. So you can also do the same. So you have to move your exercise into the home, into the house, instead of the outdoor exercise. You don't have to go to the gym if you don't have the money to go to the gym. Money should not stop you from exercising. When you exercise, you boost your immunity. Like I said, our immune system drops because of the cold season. And why? It is because people are less active. We are moving beings. We have been created to move. And so if you stay idle, if you don't move, you discover that your immune system is going to drop, it's going to crash. And apart from that, research has it that we have a higher rate of death during the cold season. That is to tell you that the immune system of everyone drops. So it is what you do during the cold season that will help you to keep your immune system functioning, or that will help you to keep it on, let me say, overboard. You can help your immune system to function well by the things you do, activities, fun activities. You can Google it. You can look out for some other ones. You can do running on the spot. You can do jump ropes. But if you are over 40, please avoid too much of jump ropes. It destroys your joints, especially your ankle and your knees. So please do a little bit of it, or except you have been doing it for a very long time and you are so used to it, you can go ahead and do that. So my next point, I've given us 2 points now. Even if we don't finish it today, we'll continue next week. So my next point is your diet. You may need to adjust your diet during this season change. Your body may crave some food that you have not been craving before. During the summer, you were always craving the cold drinks. You were always craving the ice creams. You were always craving, and when I say ice cream, I take ice cream, but I make my healthy versions. So I know we still have time on this platform to show us some of these things. We display some of our things, especially in my community. So you will have access to some of my recipes as long as you hang in there, or as long as you stay with us in this community. So during the summer, you crave cold things. You loved cold drinks. You might even love your food cold or something. But this is the cold season, your body will crave warmth. Your body wants the soups, the hot soups. Your body wants tea. I'm not a tea person. I'm not a coffee person. I don't like anything hot. But when it is winter, even if you don't like hot things, you will drink hot things. You will drink hot things. So please, your body might crave some things. You might need to adjust your diet. Please listen to those cues. When your body starts to crave those things, those food that you might crave some hot meals. When I say hot meals, I mean spicy meals, just because your body needs warmth. And another thing that is like a bonus to you. Do you know that during the cold season, we burn more fat than during the warm season? Why? Your body uses up a lot of heat, and so it burns more fat. It needs heat to keep itself warm. So if you are looking to lose weight, this is the time for you. You want to lose weight. Maybe you want to lose a little bit. I'm not saying you're not good the way you are, but many of us are craving, oh, I just want to lose a little bit of weight. So this is the time. So like I told you, if you take if you indulge in taking hot drinks, hot tea after your meals, you're going to help your metabolism to run faster. So two things now, your exercise and your diet during this winter season will help you to get in proper shape. So don't allow the cold season to stop you from exercising. Don't allow the cold season to stop you from moving activities. If you can just set a goal, a target that, okay, I want to make sure I cover 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles, 20,000 steps, 12,000 steps every day. It may not be up to that. I'm just giving you an example. You want to set a goal for yourself that, okay, this cold season, I don't want anything to stop me from exercising. So give yourself a target every day. I want to make sure I do 12,000 steps. I want to make sure I do 5,000 steps, and make sure you stick to it. Make sure you stick to it. That will help you. Another thing, my third point now. No, no, that's the third one. The fourth one, let me run through it so that we won't miss it. The wardrobe change, that's the first thing. And the second thing, your activities. The third thing is your diet. Now, the fourth thing that you need to consider, and it is very, 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 very important. You need to embrace community during this time. When I say community, at times when you are alone, there's a lot of things that run through your mind. You feel that, oh, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, I cannot exercise. But when you embrace community, in your community, and you have a lot of challenges, you say, okay, we're doing this. When you see A doing what you feel you cannot do, you will be challenged, you'll be motivated to do it. So this is the time to embrace community. During the cold season, it has been researched that people get into depression more during this time because many people can't step out, they cannot do their usual activities, and so many people get into depression. It has even been researched. Research has it that the crime wave is higher during the cold season because people just get fed up with life, they get tired. But if you have a strong support system, all these things can be shared. You can share your challenges, you can share your pain points. And when you discuss together in the community, you discover that you are not alone. When you know you are not alone, that will encourage you. Oh, if A can get out of her comfort zone and do this, then I can also do it. I can also do it. So that will help. It will help you to actually stay on point if you embrace community at this time. The cold season is not always friendly, but we can make the best of it. We can make the best of it. I also want to encourage you. That would be my fifth point, and probably that is why I'm going to stop tonight because I don't want to keep us longer than necessary. I always do like 30 minutes, except we have some extended questions and answers. That is when we usually stay longer than usual. So when we are talking about season change, there is this thing they call SAD. It is called the seasons. It is like a kind of depression. People can't cope with this season. They can't cope with this time. They can't cope with what they are going through at this time. And so they seem to sort of get into some depression. So the first thing is to practice mindfulness. When you get into this kind of situation, if you practice mindfulness, you'll be able to know that, okay, there is nothing I can do I cannot change the season now. I have to work with the season. I have to flow with the season. And so when you know that this is the season, that is why this is very important. This topic is very important so that you can plan ahead. When you plan ahead, then it won't be a problem to you. You have already solved 90% of the problem because you have planned ahead for it. You know, okay, it's going to be a time that I will have to change my clothes. I'll have to do all this. You are already hearing about it. From generation to generation, from time to time, that is how it has been. It has not changed and it's not going to change. After winter, we know what is next. It's spring. After spring, we know what is next. So when these seasons come, they are not supposed to get you unawares because you know that fall leads to winter. After winter, we have the spring. After spring, then comes summer. So after summer, we go into another fall. So when you know all this, you prepare for it. Your mind captures it that, okay, I am now getting into the next season. And so I have to get ready for it. And that is why we are doing this. So I don't know if we have any question. If we have any question, we can go ahead and start to ask our questions. We can go ahead and start to ask our questions now. If you have any question, if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask your questions. Go ahead, ask your questions. Ask your questions. Let's ask our questions if you have any question. So if you don't have any question, let me run quickly. Let me run through the 5 points we discussed today. We're going to 10. So I'll pick up from where I stopped today next week because I don't want to keep you longer than necessary. So in this seasonal change, this shift we are getting into, the first important thing is your wardrobe change, wardrobe transition, wardrobe preparation, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you shop quality and style. Quality and style. And if you love bright colors, embrace colors as well. Embrace colors. So shop quality and shop style. That is very important. The next thing that we talked about on this is activities, your exercise. Don't allow the cold season to take your exercise from you. Bring your exercise into the house and make sure you look out for fun activities. So the next thing we talked about the diet. Your body might crave some things differently, some different things. And so when it craves those different things, make sure you listen to those cues and embrace them. Embrace, that's the third thing. The fourth thing, we talked about that's the seasonal, now the seasonal affective disorder is SAD, seasonal affective disorder. It is a situation where somebody is just consumed, somebody is just down. You cannot cope with what is happening, you cannot cope with the situation. So that is why a time as this is important. Take time to plan ahead. When you take time to plan ahead, you would have put some things in place for this season so that it won't be a problem when the time comes. And that's the fourth one. Finally, I call it like the mental health. Your mental health. I said during this time, this is the time that most people get into depression, to go into depression because of the cold brings down your immunity. That's the first thing. And there's apart from the fact that the cold brings down your immunity, and when your immune drops, it affects every part of you, your entire body, your entire brain, everything goes haywire. So apart from that, you need to be sane for you to be able to go through this season because it is not always very palatable going through the cold season. It's not always very palatable. So your mental health is very, very important. You need to make sure that you embrace community. When you embrace community and you discuss together, you share your viewpoints together, it will help you to be calm. Somebody talks into you, you discover you are not alone in the situation. You practice mindfulness, you practice like you embrace change. All this will help your brain to will help your mental health to function better. And so as you embrace community, especially the community that lifts you up, it will empower your mental health. So, on this note, I want to say a big thank you to you for joining me on this platform. And since we don't have any question, I want to say thank you once again. And I promise that next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will go ahead and finish up this points that we started. That's the 10 tips. 10 tips you need to help you go through this seasonal change without shaking. You stand. My people will say, I stand well, well. So you are unshaken, you are unruffled because you have planned ahead for this event. So, on this note, I want to say a big thank you. From my studio, I am Omolola Adeyemo. Like I told you, they call me Coach Lola. So, keep shining, keep smiling, and make sure you prepare very well for this season change. You have about a month to prepare as we get into it. Thank you and do have a beautiful night.